Hey Still Hearts, how y'all doing? This is Jada Lynn. Welcome to In the Raw. This is a channel where we sit and discuss narcissism, what it sounds like, what it looks like, and what it is up close and personal in your face. So in this video, I'm gonna get straight to the point. I'm gonna give some tips as far as custody battle. Yes, I am finally opening up about custody battle, and that's the thing, is this channel opening up about it is rough. But I'm gonna start with some tips that I feel like is very important. Watch your attitude. Please watch your attitude. Do not get angry. Don't lose your cool, because at the end of the day, you in front of the judge, and the judge is gonna be looking at you acting a fool, and you supposed to be representing your kids. So you can do the math and figure out how that's gonna go. That judge is not gonna go in your favor, not with an attitude. Do you hear what I mean? You gotta watch your attitude. Attitude is everything. If you play your cards right, you can very well expose the narc by just being cool and calm and collected strategically. And what I mean by strategically is the narc knows who you are. They've been with you for some time, right? Okay, obviously you got kids. You probably were married, or you may not have been married. But in any case, they know who you are. They know what makes you upset. They know what makes you tick. And they're going to use those tactics, those very same tactics in the courtroom to get you upset, to piss you off, to poke your buttons. And if you do not respond to them poking your buttons, you hear what I mean? You're going to throw them off. And then they're going to end up being exposed, because now they're the ones that's going to get upset because it's not working. You're not operating the way that you are supposed to be operating, or that they know for you to operate. Do you hear what I mean? Attitude is everything. Document everything, okay? Everything. Text messages, emails, phone calls, police reports. What else I got on here? Restraining orders. If you get a phone call or a text message or whatever, take a screenshot of that text message and put it in a file. Get you Dropbox or something and put it in the file or something. You don't you walk up in that courtroom with no doggone proof or nothing. You better not do it. You better not do it. Don't you do it to yourself now. You better document everything, and I mean everything. You the lawyer for your kids or your child. You the lawyer. You need to represent your kid. You need to represent your child, your children. This is who you representing. Not yourself, your kids, your child. Get that proof up in there. If they're get a date, a timestamp, write down or screenshot the what was said. Anything that was said, get that information and use it, because you need it. You hear what I'm saying? If the overt's grandmother called me, I would, because I was always good at documenting stuff. I don't care what she called for. If she called and was coming and starting some stuff with me, I would go right over to my computer and write the date, the time that she called, and what that conversation was about. And that's exactly what I did. I sure enough did. And I encourage you to do the same thing too. Okay? Document everything. If the person was abusive, fill out a police report and bring that copy of a police report with you. Do you hear what I'm saying? Restraining order against the person. Get a copy. You're gonna send you a copy of the restraining order in the mail, because I had a restraining order. Bring a copy of that restraining order. Keep your cool. You can't be having no restraining order up in there, but then you got a nasty attitude. The judge gonna look at you like, well, it seemed like this person over here needed a restraining order against you. Do you hear what I'm saying? Attitude is everything. Attitude is everything. Watch your attitude. Okay, number 3, prepare for the family to be against you, even though the narc was 100% wrong. The narc's family is going to vouch for them. Family comes first. You hear what I mean? So I'm gonna give you a scenario. You could be in the courtroom, in the lobby, waiting to be called, and there's 3 to 6 of his family members, or her family, the narc's family members, to 1. So that's the ratio. 3 to 6 family members to 1 of you. Now you could have another family member. You could very well have another family member or 2, but it's usually we do this by ourselves. You know what I mean? But if you have support, that's great. But you can't be up in there acting a fool. I know that. Watch your attitude. And just have in your mind that the narc's family is going to be there and they're going to vouch for them. And that could be a little bit intimidating. Do you hear what I mean? Don't let it get to you. Don't let it get to you. It's just a little test. You got to mentally stay strong, and you can do it. I know you can, because you got a heart of steel. You can do it. Number 4, watch your behavior in front of your children. If you are going through a custody battle, you can't be leaving your kids at some person who is not reputable enough to watch your kids or your child while you go and party hardy and macking with some people who you don't even know, getting drunk, coming home at 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, with a one-night stand going on. Listen, if you're going through a custody battle, just like how you trying to get information on the narc and their family and their fly monkeys, that you may not even know where the fly monkeys are watching you. They are watching you. Yes. And they are trying to get as much information on you as you are trying to get on the narc. Please understand, it's going to be more of the narc's people, family members and friends and flying monkeys, than it is you. So please, when it comes down to the custody battle, please don't be going and hanging out late at night and doing all of this irresponsible stuff that you ain't supposed to be doing, and making yourself look bad in front of the court, and the law, and to the narc and his family. Do you hear what I'm saying? You are representing your children. Your children. How would you feel if you had a drunk lawyer representing you in your case? You wouldn't like it. In fact, you'd be like, you're fired. Okay? Same difference. Don't be doing that. Come on now. Let's get real. You representing the children. Let's represent these children in a very proper way, because you are trying to get your kids, and you are trying to look the best that you can look. All right? What else I got on here? Y'all, okay, I can't. With this last one, please follow the court orders. If you are going through a custody battle, please don't be trying to be no hero and trying to save the day. Oh, I'm just gonna go get my kids, because those are my kids. They my kids. Who said I can't have my kids? Who said that I can't do this? Who said that? Listen, can you please not do that? Please not do that. I had to follow the court rules and the laws in a very uncomfortable way. What got me through was, number 1, my pops. And number 2, I knew that it was only temporary. Okay? It was only temporary. All right? You cannot go and take your key. If you had to leave the house because of physical abuse or whatever, and you are now going through a custody battle, and that kid is over there, and that kid has been living over there, you cannot go and take that kid. You cannot do that, because that kid has always been there. That kid has been living there. That kid has been going to school under that address. You cannot take that kid. You are now under a custody battle. I know that's what it was instructed for me. That's what was instructed for me. I had to follow the rules until the custody date was finished. And it ruled in my favor, and I got my kid. Do you hear what I mean? Please follow the rules. If you go snatch some kid up at school, now you being charged for kidnap. Do you hear what I'm saying? You're being charged for kidnapping because that's not what you were supposed to do. I know it is uncomfortable. Please understand, I have been there and done that. I know firsthand how uncomfortable it is, how much of a nuisance it is, how stressful and painful it is, because these are your children. These are your children, our little human beings that we are trying to grow from the ground up. I know, trust me, but you have to follow the rules. You got to follow the rules, and you got to watch your attitude. Do you hear what I'm saying? You cannot go and take your kids, or you cannot get custody of your kids if you now being charged for kidnapping. Do you hear what I'm saying? Follow the rules and have a clear head, have a clear mind, and have it in your mind that this is only temporary. You have to play your cards right. If you play your cards right, you can expose the narc for who they really are. But it all depends on you. And I know you can do it because you my still hearts. That's why I know you can do it. Because you're going to listen to what the heck Jada Lynn saying up in here, and you're going to learn a little bit of something up in here. That's what you're going to do. You ain't going to go up in there acting no fool. You got this, boo. All right, now. See you in a new video. And watch your attitude.